What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tom Lab Podcast.
And we're talking about the question from this, and we're going to answer anything. What do you think about that?
Thanks for watching.
All right, guys. Today is July 9th, and this is episode 34.
Is that really good?
Yeah, we're really starting with that. I'm going to speed up the intro, little animation too.
That's actually hilarious.
Welcome, everybody.
Guys, yeah, it's July 9th.
July 9th. That's the best rated by IMDb, highest rated day in the year by IMDb.
right days of the year now. It's my favorite day of the year, July 9th, 2025. It only happens once, guys.
What's the life of a movie critic look like?
They just go and watch movies probably all day. That would kind of suck, actually, because, like, when you think about it, when there's, like, some slow parts of the year where, like, no really good movies are coming out, you're kind of just going and seeing, like, a bunch of, like, bad movies.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many bad movies dropping nowadays.
Yeah. There's so many. Can we talk about how there's all the movies that they're making now are just, like, remakes or sequels or, like, whatever. Like, I feel like nobody's making anything new anymore. Yeah. Like, obviously, with the exception, like, there are new movies coming out, but, like, there's not really any, like, new, like, crazy, groundbreaking movies that are coming out. It's all just like, all right, we've seen, like, something like this before.
Yeah, and the, like, groundbreaking movies are always so overhyped.
Yeah.
And they're also, like, not very good.
Yeah. A lot of them are like, this is just a fucking weird movie. Yeah. Like, it's just weird.
Yeah, it's something about me, but I think that I just like the, like, graininess of old movies. And for some reason, when I see movies like that, like anything from, like, maybe 2000, mid-2000s, like, and earlier and later or earlier, like, when I watch movies nowadays and it's so crystal clear, I just can't really get behind it. I don't know what it is, man.
I agree. I think there's also, like, definitely a look to specific eras of movies. Yeah. Like, early 2000s movies have, like, a look, like, some High School Musical kind of bullshit, like, look to them. Whereas, like, all the modern movies now, like, all the horror movies, they just have that same kind of Netflix cookie cutter, like, mass-produced movie kind of look to them. And for me, it's just weird. Like, the Michael Bay style type stuff, which even Michael Bay style is more like, I would say, like, 2010s style movies. But, like, I feel like there just goes through phases of, like, ways that movies look, not necessarily, like, the storyline, because obviously storylines are going to change, but, like, the way that you present it it's very interesting to see. Because I agree. I like the way that old movies just feel a lot more nostalgic, like, obviously because they're just older anyways, but, like, the look that they have to them. And some new movies can recreate that pretty well.
Yeah, I think it also goes by, like, directors. Like, Scorsese also has, I think Hoyt Van Hoyma is his usual cinematographer, so he always has, like, a cohesive look to them. And his newest movie, The Killers of the Flower Moon, that, like, still had the look of, like, okay, this is gonna be a good movie. Yeah, you know. So I think it's also just directors and cinematographers, and then
there's just a bunch of shitty directors out there.
I mean, I think there's a lot of those guys. I think we should make a movie. Yeah. What would it be about? If we made a movie, what would it be about?
What would it be about?
I think aspiring indie musician, man.
I think that's really... it should be...
This is gonna be a joke. You're the cogs that are moving in your head right now.
No.
It could be, like, about a YouTuber who starts selling his soul. And, like, just slowly going downhill. Kind of like Black Mirror-esque.
Yeah, starts doing promos for sex toy companies.
And then it just goes even further downhill from there.
Yeah, he starts doing really crazy stuff. Getting really wild. Yeah, I think we should just make we should just take the story of Romeo and Juliet and just make it in some other way.
Yeah, maybe remove Romeo.
Yeah.
So it's, like, just and Juliet.
Romeo and, like, John. It's just a gay Romeo and Juliet.
That'd probably perform well.
There's probably been a version of that, without a doubt.
We'll try to write that. I'll go to ChatGPT.
Yeah. Hey, ChatGPT, can you give us a gay Romeo and Juliet love story, please?
Thank you. You choose if it's female or male.
Yeah, true. Flip a coin.
But, yeah. I think if we made a movie, it would be coming-of-age type movie. Kind of like mid-90s, where it's just, like, dudes hanging out.
Yeah, it's something to watch that. I've seen, like, parts of it.
Yeah, like, those are younger kids, but I'm saying, like, kids, like, people around our age in their 20s, maybe just a group of friends trying to make it in the music scene.
Yeah.
Not really, maybe not even a band, just like trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I could see that now. I'm kind of, it's formulating in my head. I could see definitely like trying to make it as a band.
Yeah.
And it'd be cool if like they're trying to make it as a band and just like a bunch of like just life shit happens, you know?
Exactly.
Like maybe someone dies.
Yeah.
Someone dies and they're like, well, we got to replace our drummer.
This song goes out to John.
And they all start crying. It's like when they, in the sports movies, when they make the last goal. And it was for Bill. Yeah.
That song was for John when I took my shirt off and threw it into the crowd.
Yeah.
That was for you, John.
When I took the drumstick and shoved it up my ass. John would have loved that.
John loved it because he was a drummer. He was behind me whenever I did that.
He had a front row seat to that. Yeah, so...
Let us know if y'all want to see that. I think it'd be really good. I think people are really invested now that you mentioned the drumstick thing.
Mm-hmm. They really want to see that.
Now they really want to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, let us know if you want us to make a movie and what kind of movie we should make.
This movie sounds great. I think Felix should be lead role.
Yeah.
I think Felix should do that scene.
I think he should do the drumstick scene. Yeah, so we're making a movie, guys. That's what it's about.
That's what it's about. Movie time. July 4th happened.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, USA.
Happy birthday, you also.
True, my birthday did go down. I'm 25 years old. That's nuts, man.
You're fucking old.
I'm an old man.
You're old. You turn 25 and you're like, oh, my knees and shit.
You turn 25 and you're immediately like, I need to stop doing this podcast.
Yeah.
I need to get my life together.
Yeah, they're watching right now. They're like, he's 25? What the fuck? Unsubscribe. Hey, 25 is still pretty young, guys. Everybody leave a comment down in the comments below that says, hey, 25 is still very young.
Yeah.
Now, if this were medieval times, it'd be a different story.
Yeah.
You probably should already have like 15 kids by now.
Yeah.
But it's not medieval times anymore.
I don't have any kids. I need to change that.
Yeah, you need to get on that. It's really funny how like it used to just be a thing where the men would just have as many children as possible with as many women as possible because they're like, I need to be a conqueror and I need to like get my DNA to just everywhere across the land.
Yeah,
like Genghis Khan type shit.
It was either that or like farmer. And it's like, I need some help around the farm.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes sense when you think about it. And also like it makes sense from the other standpoint of the fact that they used to have like 1 million kids and not put them in school past like 6th grade. Because they're like, well, first of all, I feel like the American public school system, we probably talked about this countless times, but you don't really need anything past like a 7th or 8th grade education.
Yeah.
If you actually sit there and learn everything they tell you, you don't really need to do any further schooling. Like obviously if you want to be like a fucking doctor or like whatever, then go to school. Yeah.
I think get the high school diploma, but
For sure.
I would say this, like pass your classes. Yeah. I stressed about grades when I was in high school. Like I got pretty much all A's, and I like kind of stressed about it. And then I also stressed about like going into college and getting good grades there. It's like none of that matters.
Yeah,
0 of that matters.
No,
like all this.
It
time
is funny. Yeah,
I spent like studying at night or like stressing about a test or things. I could have spent, you know, making music or even just hanging with the boys.
Yeah,
it's like
just doing something that actually matters.
Yeah, exactly.
It is funny that like from such a young age we are conditioned to place such a high importance on grades and like basically the satisfaction of other people, and it's actually really interesting. I saw this whole video and I've seen a few videos about this, but it's interesting to think about how a lot of the super like overachiever kids in schools, their parents place such a high importance on them getting good grades and this like, you know, doing well in school and being good, like a good kid and everything. So then their self-worth becomes placed in the achievements that they do and like the validation that they get from other people. And so then they grow up not really having like a specific identity of their own other than just like, I have to please other people.
Yeah.
So that's how you get like super hardcore like people pleaser type people, because all they've known is like, okay, this is how I get my attention and my validation, and like this is how I feel good is by showing other people, look what I can do, you know. And like same with even like sports kids too. like when you do really well in sports, like not to say that like this is everybody, of course, but it happens frequently. Like you do really well in sports, you do really well in school, and like you're like the top achiever, you really strive to reach those goals, and then you realize, oh, none of this shit actually fucking matters, and then your whole world is flipped upside down because you're like, okay, well, like what do I do now? I don't have, like in the real world, you're not having like constant achievements that you can look to be like, hey, look what I did, look what I did, look what I did. Of course you can find those things, but in school it's so easy because it's like, I got an A on this test that I have a fucking test every week. Like I got an A on my report card. I have like 4 of those a year. There's a lot of achievements and a lot of things you can be like, hey, look at this, you know? And I think it's cool, and I think it's good to encourage your kids to do well, but I don't think like berate them and bring them down when they don't get like all straight A's. Like obviously you should do good for the sake of like learning the information, and honestly that's really the thing that matters the most is if you actually learn the information rather than like doing well on the test and getting the fucking grades or whatever.
Yeah, like knowing the test answers, studying the Quizlet instead of actually understanding what it means. Yeah, I think
get the concepts down. You know?
The devil's advocate to that whole thing is like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't put in effort. Like if you're in high school, if you're in school, do the homework. Yeah. Don't just not do any of the work and act like, well, I don't care about this. Especially if you don't have any hobbies or any things you're actually trying to passionately learn when you get home.
Yeah, because you're just a fucking bum.
Yeah, now you're just a bum.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, okay, well, you're not actually applying yourself anywhere.
Yeah.
But if you do have something you're very passionate about and you work hard towards that's outside of school, then yeah, I think, do the things that you're told to do. Like do the homework. If you need to study for the test, if you think you're going to fail, then study for the test. Get a passing grade. Yeah. But don't waste too much of your time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing also is like, okay, even if you, this is obviously a music podcast, so we talk about a lot of things that are like from a music or content creation perspective. But just in the real world, if you're trying to get like a job, like you're trying to, apply to like work in an office somewhere or whatever, a lot of places don't really care what your GPA was. Like if your GPA was not like a fucking 1.2, they're gonna be like, okay, it really doesn't matter. Like what other experience, what other skills do you have that you can provide? What benefit can you provide to the company? It's like no one cares about like some arbitrary number.
If you walk in there with like a 4.0, but they're talking to you and they can't have a conversation with you.
Yeah, if you're just a weirdo.
Yeah, if you're weirdo or if you're like stuck up and you like think you're better than everybody, they're gonna be like, we actually don't want this person. I'd rather get this like 3.5 guy or even like this 3.0 guy who's like he seems like a good guy. Yeah. Seems like he's gonna, he's gonna help the company. He's gonna do what we need him to do, but he's also we can talk to him.
That's the thing. Like people want to work with people that they enjoy being around. It's like you're not going to hire somebody who's an absolute weirdo. So prioritize just being like a chill, like normal dude and like being like a genuine person. And that will get you a lot farther in life than like prioritizing like weird arbitrary things that we've made up. Because that's another thing. Like if you want to get real deep on it, like it's literally all made up. Yeah. It's an entire social construct that we've just been like, yes, here is this system of things that we're going to follow for no inherent reason at all. But like, if you're a real, true, authentic person, that's an actual, real, concrete thing that exists outside of the bounds of social constructs or whatever. Like, if you just go up to somebody, you're like, okay, yeah, that guy's cool. It's not like I'm maybe I'm not cool, but I have a 4.0. My GPA is 4.0.
You don't have to be cool. You don't have to be the cool kid at school. Just like be nice to people.
Yeah,
and be like well liked.
Yeah, you don't have to be like Mr. Cool Guy. Like just be you.
Yeah, don't be like trying to aura max or whatever.
Yeah,
and like be like the nonchalant guy. It's like just
you're like fucking mewing in the job interview.
He's like, so
the guy from Survivor.
So why do you want this job?
Yeah.
Do you even want this job?
Can you even speak?
I don't even really care to be here. Okay, then leave.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, guys, first step, make sure you have so much aura. Then work on your social skills.
Yeah, the whole grade thing, that's just an arbitrary made up number, but aura, that you can put that on a scale.
That's real. Yeah.
Every time I meet a stranger, I'm like, at least 78 aura from that guy. Yeah. At least.
Yeah. His aura rating is 65 overall.
Every time they
could
do
use some
something,
work.
I scribble something down.
Yeah.
Plus 5 points.
Imagine every time you meet somebody, they got like a clipboard, they're just like judging everything you do. That's so nerve-wracking. I remember like doing like basketball tryouts and like just other shit like that where like you were like trying out for something or like you're like being judged by somebody for something and like you would do something and they would just like look down and write something and then they'd look back up at you and you're like, I don't know what I did. I have literally no idea. It could even be good, but like it doesn't feel good.
Yeah. What else has been going down? It's hot outside.
Yeah, it's hot as hell outside, man. Literally every time I get in my car, which to be fair, I probably should give a little bit of a grace period from going inside where it's like cold air conditioning into my car where it's like probably 150 degrees. But like my glasses fog up so hard. Like I actually can't even see out of them. I have to just sit there and wait for like 2 minutes to actually be able to drive.
I've been, I keep my windows cracked a little bit. And then I also put up the little sunscreen and that helps a little bit.
Yeah.
But something I heard recently is like the whole microplastics thing. It's like you can be stressful about eating microplastics and all that, but being in a car is something that a lot of people don't think about, and that's like honestly even worse because that's just basically an oven, a baking oven with
plastic,
plastic and metal and a bunch of weird things, and then you get in there and you just breathe it all in. So a lot of people say start the car, turn on the AC, or just roll all the windows down and wait like 2 minutes before you get into your car. This
is totally unrelated and random, but I was just thinking about it. So it somewhat relates to what you were saying because you said the word metal, so it triggered in my brain.
All right, let's get into it.
So I saw this video of this guy making. He made like noodles or something using rainwater. So he gathered the rainwater in this like little metal like bowl or whatever, and then he just like boiled it and did like all the things that you do for like safety for which you're using fucking rainwater. And he said that the pasta that he made tasted kind of metallic, and it was kind of weird that he said that. Like, but somebody in the comments explained it, and he was saying that the pH of rainwater is more acidic than normal water, like normal tap water. So more likely than not, the rainwater had started to dissolve the metal bowl that he put it in. And so it tasted metallic. And that's why any like metal that's exposed on like outside, like shingles and roofing and stuff like that, is always coated because otherwise the rain will dissolve the metal. And so I thought that was really interesting that there was just like this guy unknowingly had this like chemistry science reaction going on when he was collecting rainwater. It's really interesting. But yeah, totally unrelated kind of. But
he tried to make a healthy meal out of rainwater, but he just ate metal.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. It probably didn't have much of an impact, but back to what you were saying. The thing with microplastics is that like there are so many things where microplastics are a problem. Like it's obviously, avoid the easy to control things. Like you absolutely should use a wooden cutting board. You absolutely should not drink out of plastic water bottles or use like cans with the BPA and everything. That's a little bit of a different issue, but still same deal. Like avoid the plastics where you can. But yeah, there's some things like microplastics are just in the air. Yeah. Like they're in the tap water. They're in everything. Yeah. Obviously, you probably shouldn't be drinking tap water anyways, but still. Some things are just unavoidable. And that's like one thing that I realized a while ago is like there are certain things that make sense to stress over, and there are some things that just absolutely don't. It's like I think we've probably even talked about it, but like we eat healthier than probably like 95% of the population of this country. So if I don't wash my rice, I think I'll be okay. Like I think it's all right. Like it's fine. And like, other various things like that. Like, okay, if I have like a little bit of, if I have like a Diet Coke every once in a while, not going to kill me, like it's going to be all right.
You know what I learned recently? I learned that I think I value my love for saving money over my love for being healthy, because whenever I go to a restaurant or any place and I get food and they give me a free drink, like a cup where I can get soda, I'd actually choose to get like a lemonade or like some kind of sugary drink, because in the back of my head I'm like, I'm wasting money if I don't get a soda.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's like I should be poisoning my body because they gave me a drink and not a water cup.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think I actually value saving money more, which I'm not even saving money in that instance.
Yeah.
It's like, but part of me is like, I'm not putting this thing to use that I've been given.
Yeah. That's how they get you, honestly.
Yeah.
But also, I think probably the majority of people do not have that level of introspection to be like, I actually value my level of saving money.
Yeah, the whole time I'm eating Chipotle, I'm just thinking of that.
Yeah, you're just fucking pondering, sitting there eating your Chipotle bowl. Yeah, no, I think that's actually, to draw attention to that, that's one thing that I feel like gets people pretty far in life, is that ability to look at themselves objectively and like see like, okay, without judgment, this is just how I am as a person, and this is just the way that my brain thinks.
Yeah.
And like be able to actually analyze that, because a lot of people will run into issues in their life and they don't know why the issues happen because they don't fully understand themselves and the way that their brain works. So like being able to actually understand like, yeah, like I do value this thing over this thing, and like this thing's important to me, this thing's not important to me. Like it's good to have a good grasp of that, because I mean it's just like the everything that we talk about all the time with music too. Knowing what you like and what you don't like is gonna help you establish your style in music. Same way where like knowing your tendencies and knowing what you like and don't like in life is going to establish your sense of self a lot more. So I think it's really important to have that. But yeah, let me think. I wonder if I value I guess I value neither of those things. I value neither my health or saving money. Because sometimes I'm like, I want a little treat.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the Walmart brownies today.
Dude, if you're not doing that though.
True.
If you're doing everything right and you're not also just, giving yourself a little bit of a break, then you as a person will break.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're able to do that for like so long, you're probably a fucking psychopath. Like the the Athlean X guy, Jeff Cavalier, how like he eats carrot cake one day of the year. That's his only like cheat meal from his diet. Which that like in all fairness, that guy's he's shredded.
He's shredded. Also, everybody's different. It's like that could bring him so much joy not doing that. But I think for most people, treating yourself is such an important thing. Like, I think you've mentioned it in a video or something, but it just clicked to me that you've said this before. Like, taking yourself out to dinner is like an important thing. Like you're going to be living with yourself for the rest of your life. That is one person that, like, hopefully you can find somebody, you can get in a life contract with somebody where you live your life, the rest of your life with them side by side. But one person for sure, no doubt about it, is you. Yeah. So like you have to be...
To the grave, you will be with yourself.
You got to be your best friend.
100%.
And so yeah, like treating yourself, forgiving yourself for things that you've messed up in. Like you can be the most forgiving person and then you do something wrong and you just beat yourself down. It's like it's kind of weird thinking about it, but you have to treat yourself like somebody as well.
Yeah, very true. That's such a good point, because I was going to touch on that if you didn't, because so many people will be so like so let's say somebody else makes a mistake, right? Like let's say you're like working a construction job and somebody like drops a concrete slab or whatever, and you're like, oh dude, no, it's all right, it's not a big deal, like it's shit happens, so it doesn't matter. And then you do it yourself and you're like, oh, I'm such an idiot. Like treat yourself the way that you would treat somebody who is in the same position as you, like separate yourself from yourself and think about it like, okay, the way that you talk to yourself should be the way that you talk to other people too. I mean, unless you're an asshole to everybody else, then I don't know. But
that's something
most people who are an asshole to themselves or to other people are not an asshole to themselves.
That is a good point. Yeah, it's like totally flips.
Yeah.
That's something that I've actually never really struggled with. Like I've struggled with not being confident, with fear of being judged, and like a lot of other things. But one thing that I've never really struggled with is like pure negative self-talk.
Yeah, same.
Of like, just like you said, being like, oh, I'm such an idiot. Yeah. Like I've never really done that. And I could totally see how like detrimental that could be to just your mindset, and then also being comfortable in your own skin, just being your own person if you're talking to yourself like that. Like I've actually never really done that before.
Yeah, I definitely have never had like a problem with it for sure. But there's definitely been times where like if I'm not super happy like in life in general, will definitely get down on myself about a lot of things where I'm like, oh, like I should be working like way harder. Like I'm not doing enough of this thing. Like I should be.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah,
I do that a lot.
That's kind of, I think that falls a little bit into the category, but also,
but I never label myself. I'm never like, I'm an idiot. Like I'm a stupid person. I'm not creative. I've never done that. But I've always been like, like I'll be harsh on myself.
Yeah.
But I won't just give myself a blank label.
There's been times when I'll get down on myself about certain things. Like definitely when I was more like out of shape, I would like look at myself in the mirror and I'll be like, I'm fucking fat ass. But like, I don't even think I would really say that, but like I would just look at myself and be kind of unhappy with what I see, I think. And there's definitely been times when I'm like that, you know, like when I just feel like I'm not doing as much as I should, or I just am like kind of disappointed with myself. But like you said, there's not really a whole lot of times when I like actually label myself as like I am this, I am that, because it does, the way that you talk to yourself and the way that your brain like thinks about things is very impactful, because what you say and what you think becomes a reality. So if you start being like, oh, I'm a loser, I'm a bum, whatever, like I'm never going to do anything good in my life, that will start to become true, you know?
Yeah, and it makes decisions so much easier when it's like, do I eat this donut or do I go for a run?
Yeah.
It's like you're never really going to be having that kind of thing. But so many decisions down the line, you'll just be like, yeah, I'll just ease into this thing.
Right.
If I'm an idiot or if I'm a bum, I might as well just, I can do this thing. Yeah. Instead of like always telling yourself like, you know, I'm struggling with this, but I can get through it. And then you come into that decision and you choose the right thing. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I think it's super important to just have like a kind of a blind, utter self-confidence in yourself. Because that's how you will really get far if you do that. Yeah. Like if you're like, yeah, I'm the man. Like I just like, I'm amazing at everything. If you do that, like it might not be true. Yeah. And it's so much easier to do that when you're kind of like not a smart person because, and we've obviously talked about this too, but like when you are a smart person, it's easier to analyze everything you do and compare yourself to other people and just think too much about things. But when you think less and just, you're like, yeah, I'm just going to do this thing. Like it's all really mind over matter kind of thing, you know? So believe in yourself, guys.
Guys, believe in yourself. And we're going to go play Stardew Valley. So, just move throughout the week. Just believe in yourself. And that's all we got to say for this episode.
Yep. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks, guys. Next time. No, last episode was a fun one because we didn't answer any questions. As you know, this is a music podcast. We answer music questions. We get music questions and we answer them in the podcast. And that's because it's a podcast and it's related to music. In the category on like what category the podcast is, we chose music. So that's what we do. So if you have any questions yourself that you want to ask us, shoot them in the Discord.
About music or other related, like how our baby's made.
I like that.
If anybody wants to know how our baby's made, ask us that so we can research that and let us know. And also put your answer.
Yeah, your hypothesis just first.
We know already, but just so that we can see what kind of workshop, brainstorm ideas with other people see. Like,
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. So, leave that down in the comments below. Let us know.
Because I know how to have, because I really want children and I know how to have them, but I haven't. So there is a reason why I haven't had a child. And it's not because I don't know how to have a child.
Right. There's a few ways I know how, but I don't think they're...
Yeah.
I don't think you're allowed to steal people's children, so that one's kind of out of the cards. But there's a couple other ones that I kind of been, just kind of just throwing out there, seeing what works, seeing what sticks. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas, let us know. So that we can get our Sound Lodge baby.
Sound Lodge baby, right there. And cue William's song.
We can all agree that there needs to be an adopted Asian baby song. Yeah, can somebody make that? Can somebody make the adopted Asian baby song real quick? Flew across the sea, adopted a baby for the SLB, an Asian baby for the SLB.
Absolute best song ever in the world.
Best freaking song ever. That song actually was incredible.
It was unbelievable.
So good.
It was unbelievable. Guys, we also have a fan art section in the Discord if you want to drop in there and maybe draw a picture of us, maybe like kind of like sweaty
Just like normal picture of us sitting here, but like just a little bit sweaty. We're just normal, but a little sweaty.
No, guys, seriously, go in the fan art. If you know how to draw, but it's not just art. Like if you know how to draw, or if you want to make a song about the podcast, like Will did,
or painting,
or ZombieX hit up that tribe and got that. Like that's everything related to the lore of the podcast. Drop it into that channel because we'd love to shout you out. Yeah. And we're really building up the Slodgers. We hit 500 subscribers. It was a while ago. It was like a month ago, but 500 subs.
That's a lot.
And we just want to say thank you.
Thank you to each and every one of you. And now we have a list of all 500 of you, and we're going to read them off and say thank you individually.
Yep. Adam.
Alex.
Abraham.
Yeah.
Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
Okay, let's kick it off with a question. As you know, ask your question because this is a music podcast, and the label we said music.
Yeah.
From Kogtvand. Kogtvand. They say
and
how.
What?
Kogtvand and how do you approach lyric writing? Seems like you both come up with them pretty easily.
Thank you. Definitely not, but...
Yep, definitely not.
How do I approach lyric writing? I just grab a guitar and I just kind of hum a little bit. Like I'll play the chords and then I'll kind of think in my head what melodies would maybe sound good. And then I just kind of like mumble words until like some sort of word forms. And then once I have like one word, I just build it off of there. That's pretty much how it goes.
That was for our deaf listeners. I acted out what you said.
Yeah, we don't know actual American Sign Language, but we can just kind of do like motions, and they'll get the idea.
We can do motions. I'm the exact same way. I think to answer your question, melody comes easily to me. Like I can come up with a melody pretty quickly, but filling it in with words that make sense is difficult and frustrating and annoying at times. But sometimes some songs like just really quickly. Paper Cuts, that was a song where it's just like I wrote that in a day.
Yeah.
I wrote that in 15 minutes sitting here, and then I went to get groceries and I wrote the bridge, and then the song was done.
Yeah.
And so some songs come like that. A lot of songs though are like I'm just struggling to get the next phrase. But a few things that really help me: thinking about the message of the song.
Yeah.
Understanding that. It's like, what do these chords make me feel?
Yeah.
Okay, it makes me feel a little melancholic, looking towards the past. Okay, how can I make an idea off that? Maybe missing old friends. There you go. Now we have our theme. We have what I want to say. So maybe there's so many different ways to write a song. You can do like just write a bunch of things along the theme and then write it from there. I never really do that. I usually just go line by line. So like I'll strum the guitar, come up with a melody, and then fill it in with a phrase that relates to the theme, and then just slowly over time turn it into a full track.
Yeah, I think some people do like the object writing, and I'm gonna pick a word and do the word association web thing. Yeah, and so like people have different methods, and like something else might work for you, but I find that like that's a really good point, is drawing it back to a central theme, because one of the biggest things that I struggle with is I can come up with little bits and pieces and little lines, but it becomes kind of disjointed. So one thing that helps me is like once I get that first line usually it's the verse, like the first verse is what I like kind of end up doing first. Once I get that first line, I'll think, okay, what does this first line contribute to overall as like the story of the song, and then once I have like, okay, this is the kind of main idea of the song that I want to tell, like this is the story that's going on, then all the other lines are kind of guided in a particular direction, And another good thing to think about too, which is kind of this is a little bit more niche thing, I guess, that you're always going to write more songs, and you don't have to put so much emphasis on the one song, Like if you put so much emphasis on like this has to be the best song ever, it has to be so good, it's going to stop you from creating more music in the long run. So like just get the lyric down, even if it's not amazing or anything, like just do it so that you just are in the flow of doing it rather than, okay, I stop and then I like go back to writing it 3 days later. Like I always usually try to finish the song in one sitting. Like,
that's a big thing, trying to to get it through. Because one thing John Mayer always says is like, he says, if you don't pick up your guitar and come up with the phrase right away, then like that's not it.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
And a lot of times that phrase is like, it just sounds stupid to you, and you're like, oh, that doesn't really mean anything. It's really bland or whatnot. But if you pick up the guitar, start strumming, that like instantly comes to you, and that's the inspiration. It's like, that's the muse. It's telling you this is the heart and soul of the song.
Yeah.
And you need to move on from there. You know, you need to structure your song off of that instead of, again, there's so many different ways to write. I watched the Elton John movie recently, and he had a songwriter who would just write lyrics on a piece of paper and like write out the song, and then hand it to him. And Elton John played the piano and he came up with the melodies. I don't know how you can do that I guess he's writing like poems, but he didn't even tell Elton John like, this is the melody that I'm thinking. He would just hand him like these phrases and these words, and then Elton John would turn it into a song. I've always been melody first, lyrics second.
Yeah.
But hey,
I could see that working though. Like,
yeah, you might be a lyrics first and then melody second.
Yeah, because there's honestly times when I'll like just write down a lyric and it's like not good. I know I'm gonna change it, but just because I have that lyric to like kind of keep the ball rolling. Like if I can play, like let's say I have the first line and then I don't have anything, and then I have like 2 good lines and then I have nothing. If I just write down a random line, it allows me to play through the whole thing and kind of let myself hear the whole vibe of the song, so that I can kind of continue writing it and like keep the momentum flowing, you know?
Yeah.
That's wild though. Like just straight up, here are some words, just do whatever.
Also like some of the greatest songs ever written. Just like, here it is.
And then I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
Dude, also that movie.
It's an incredible song.
Elton John did not have a good life.
Really?
Not have a good life.
I gotta watch that.
It helps you realize like, hey, maybe I don't want to be like the #1 pop star in the world.
True.
Because it's just the whole movie. You're just like, dude, Elton John's life kind of sucked.
Yeah. Honestly, that's another really great thing to remember, is that most likely your life is a lot better than like a lot of other really successful people that have had really horrible lives.
Yeah.
Like there's people that, and of course, like everybody's situation is different. And like you might be going through some of this stuff, you might be going through not others. But, like some people get beat as a child, some people are totally poor, are homeless, malnourished, whatever. Like so many different options and things that are just horrible for like kids to have to go through, that people went through and made it out the other side and did well for themselves and survived and made something. So
and they like use that as a fuel. But yeah,
exactly. And to be like, you know, probably the majority of our viewers are like younger, and to be a lot younger, like early 20s, maybe even teens, whatever you guys are, and be stressing about life and everything. Like, dude, there's so many people that didn't have anything figured out until they were like 30, 35, 40. So don't stress too hard, but also like don't be a bum. Like, get your stuff in gear, but
it's
also
so much more rewarding when you're working towards something.
Yeah.
It's so much like life is just makes so much more sense.
Yeah, you have like a purpose.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. So I think find that, but also understand, dude, if you have friends, if you have even one family member who loves you, who like, you know, is there for you, then your life is, you know, 80% better than a lot of the hyper successful people that you look up to and you're like, I want that life. But really they're right now in like a really expensive hotel room, but that they're already completely like desensitized to, because they're so used to the highest level of luxury that like it doesn't even bring them anything when they're in those rooms. So then they have to like fill it with, you know, drugs, alcohol, women. Like it's, if you got friends, if you got one family member, then dude, focus on that.
Dude,
you know?
And that's like, if you've got a roof over your head, if you've got like a car, if you've got food, like you like be so thankful for all that stuff, because there's a lot of people that don't have that, and there's a lot of people who like literally don't even have the opportunity to chase their dreams in any capacity at all, because they're shackled by all of the real life horrible shit that's going on that, you know, you weren't burdened with, you know, which is incredibly nice, and maybe you were. So it's like, if you are that person, you just got to fight a little harder than the other people. But that's the thing. Like, I don't really think there's like the majority of people who have made something of themselves and been really successful that have just had like a cushy life.
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
Like if you like, okay, there's like the trust fund kids who are like, they're successful. They're not successful because they worked for it. Like if you actually worked for what you have, you're going to be a lot more grateful for it. And it's going to mean a lot more to you. But that's one of the things like I think about a lot, how kind of just twisted and sad that it is about life, and the fact that the things that we want once we get them are no longer the things that we want anymore. Yeah. And it's a really kind of weird, bittersweet thing. Because like, okay, let's say I want, I don't know, whatever, like a specific guitar or something, right? I want this guitar. It's my dream guitar. Then I get the guitar and then it's like, now what? Like now I want something else, you know? And it's this kind of weird, like almost makes you feel a little bit guilty as a human to like want anything at all. Because then you're like, I want this thing, and then I'm not appreciative of it, you know? Like I should be more appreciative of this thing that I have, that thing that I have. But then when it's not new anymore and it loses its novelty and its like coolness factor, then you don't really pay as much attention to it.
Well, it's all dopamine.
Yeah.
Like that's the reason you want something so bad, and why it feels good to like chase after it and also get close to it. And then like seconds before you're there, it's like, it's just pure, you know, bliss.
Yeah.
That's all dopamine. And then you get it, and then you have the current like chemical reactions in your brain and the whatever those substances are, or it's like the present feeling of like peace or joy or fulfillment. Then you get those, but all the dopamine's out the window once you have the thing in your hands. Yeah. And that's like most of where you got your pleasure from.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about drive, you know, which I think it's also, I guess that's the kind of the other side of the coin here, is that the positive side is that once you lose that drive to obtain something because you've obtained it, then you'll have a new drive to obtain something else. So I think being driven, having some sort of purpose and some sort of thing that you're working towards is, I think, really important and really good. And that's a way that you improve as a person and level up in life. You know, when you have, you know, let's say you're trying to make money, right? And your first goal is like, okay, I'm going to save $10,000. Then you get to 10,000, you're like, okay, now the bar is higher. You know, now it's 50,000. Then it's 100,000. Then it's up and up and up and up. So I think it's good. Like that's going to improve you as a person, as long as you're not like going about it in like a messed up way. Like do it, you know, morally. But
I think it helps. I think definitely have some actually like quantifiable, measurable goals of I want a Grammy, I want 1 million subscribers, I want this and that. Yeah. So when you get them, you can't actually achieve that. But I think it's also important to have goals that aren't measurable and are just good human goals. And like one of my biggest goal in life over really everything is like be a good husband, be a good father. And like those are kind of number one, number two. Yeah. And then I also want 1 million subscribers. I want a Grammy. It's like I want all the other things, but I can't really measure the, you know, have a good family goal. That's always like
what does it mean, you know?
Exactly. And it's always something that I can improve on. Yeah. And I can always chase towards, and I can always have a little bit of dopamine of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take them on this trip, and then we're gonna have these memories, and like there's always better things that I can do.
What's also so hard about that as well is that so much of that is you can't even really measure yourself, because when it comes to like your kids' memories and like other people's memories around you, you just have to trust that your kids have those nostalgic feelings about the same experiences that you probably do, you know, which honestly, like, part of it is, you know, you have your own opinion of like, this is a nostalgic and memorable experience for me and my family, and I had a great time and I'm going to cherish this memory forever. But like, there's no guarantee that everybody else did, you know? Yeah. And I think you kind of just have to like have faith that your passion for that experience is going to carry over, you know? I think like with me, I'm very fortunate to like when I was younger, when it was just like me and my mom, we traveled around a bunch and like had a bunch of great experiences, and like those are just super nostalgic, like super important memories to me. But like I don't even like, I'm sure my mom obviously knows that those are like important memories to me, but like there's no like, I don't know if she knows for sure. You know? Like she definitely does, but you know what I'm saying though, like the point that I'm making. Yeah. Because it's like, hey, like you know, you can't guarantee like what somebody else is thinking. You know, the only thing you can control is yourself and what you do. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, good question. That's how we write lyrics.
Yeah. 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 So write lyrics. I haven't really wrote lyrics in a while, to be honest. So.
ZombieX says, this one is specifically for Fizo. Do you think you'd survive Fletcher's training from Whiplash?
Fuck no, dude.
Yeah.
Hell no. Dude, I'm not like... That's the thing. I thought about this as well, is like, I don't really have a desire to be the greatest drummer ever, the greatest guitarist ever, the greatest whatever ever. Like, I just want to make music.
Dude, the moment something's thrown at me from my music teacher, I'm like, what is going on? I'm out of here, dude.
Bro, chill. It is not that deep, dude. He's like throwing a cymbal and trying to decapitate me. Like, bro, what? We're just playing, we're playing jazz here, man. What is this all about? Yeah, that whole thing is crazy, man. That's a great movie, though.
That's a great movie.
But no, absolutely not. I would not survive that. I would be interested to... See, that's the thing also, though. Like, it almost made him hate drumming, you know? Like, there were several points in the movie where he's like, this kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be that guy.
Yeah.
In order for that train to get through. And he is at the very end.
Yeah.
It's like...
Oh, he's that guy for sure.
Yeah, and Fletcher knew that.
Yeah.
You know, he knew that there's gonna be a point where it's either make or break, and he chooses to make.
Yeah.
But... Yeah, I'm the same way. It's like, dude, it's really not that deep. But at the same time, I'm so competitive, and I don't really get competitive situations right now, except for basketball. Like basketball, I'm like decking people, going for boards and stuff. Yeah. So like when I'm in a competitive setting, I really do like work so much harder.
Yeah.
So I think I've also been thinking about that recently. It's like, how can I get in a competitive setting that's music related?
Yeah.
Or like YouTube related. I can't really...
Which playing live is a big way.
That's what I'm saying. Playing live's a big way. I was thinking about like looking at YouTube of like seeing other YouTubers and be like, I want to beat him. But that's also not YouTube. It's collaborative. I actually want to work with you. I don't want to...
Yeah, also a big part of YouTube is the you factor. It's like... Because like other bands can like play at the same gigs that you can play at, and they can play similar music or whatever. But like on YouTube, like everybody is kind of just doing their own thing.
That's so true.
I mean, other than like like obviously like the fucking Mr. Beast, like or like the plugin, you know, people who are just making the same like they're making videos with the same plugins or the same guitar gear, or whatever. Like those, barring those people, but like what we do is like we're nobody's.
My
doing.
channel is not qualified. My channel is like I taught a music production class. I'm making a song with a friend right now. It's like there's no judging myself on any other creators.
Just like three like making a song with my pal. Making a song with my buddies.
I went to the grocery store yesterday.
Yeah, no, but I think I told you about this, but competition and being competitive raises your testosterone levels, and that's regardless of whether you win or lose. So if you are being competitive and in a competitive scenario, you'll be more manly.
Yeah, you'll be more manly.
Be more manly.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel that. But again, I just haven't been... The basketball league has helped me realize, like, I need to find myself in more situations like that, you know? Because I feel like if I worked a sales job, like, I'd be crushing it right now. That's so egotistical to say. But I feel I would be able to tap into that headspace.
Yeah.
Because I am a competitive guy.
Yeah.
But...
Like, I'm going to be the best at whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to beat everybody with sales, and I'm going to, like, stay here all night. Which
is
maybe
funny.
It's good that I'm not working an office job.
Yeah, which honestly, I've been thinking about that as well, that same kind of thing of like, it's funny that when I started YouTube, I was more along the lines of, I'm going to be the best. Like, I'm going to be the best YouTuber in this space. I'm going to make the best tutorials. I'm going to make the best this, the best that.
Yeah.
And then I kind of lost it, and I was like, I don't really care. Like, I'm making the videos because I like making them. Yeah. But I feel like it definitely kind of hinders your performance, because I watched a couple of videos of people. I think it was the Veritasium. You know this channel? He was talking about how he never knew anything about thumbnails and titles, and like he didn't really care about it. And one of his old videos was just, titled something like science name, and he was saying that it did like somebody reposted it and it did way better because they did a better thumbnail, a better title. And so like when you work really hard on a video, getting kind of quote unquote competitive in like a way of like, I'm going to try to make the very best thumbnail and very best title possible so that as many people can see this as possible. It makes sense because you want, like, you work hard on a video, like you want people to see it, and to just have the same mindset of like, I'm just going to kind of whatever, it doesn't matter. Like I'm just putting it out just to put it out. It might like not be the best way to approach it, because I've always kind of thought that recently. Is like, oh yeah, just like I'm just doing it just to do it.
It's harder when exactly like I said, like this video is just me talking about how I taught a music production class.
Yeah,
that's the thing. YouTube is also a search engine, and people forget that. So if you are making content that other people are making, like very similar content, like video essay type stuff, or like you said, talking about a plugin, talking about certain things. Yeah, you can get competitive in that space because you're like, people have made this video before, but I'm gonna make a better thumbnail than you. But I'm like, nobody's made a video that's just like making a song with a friend. Yeah, and my title and thumbnail really isn't gonna improve it that much. And I think there's also that way of approaching YouTube it can also be super highly effective. Yeah, of like being the Emma Chamberlain of YouTube. Yeah. Where she can make any video she wants. And the reason her videos are so successful is because she's not like, this is how you bake a cake. Her video's like, I baked a cake for my birthday. Yeah. It's just a completely different way to approach YouTube. Right. And that's what I'm trying to tap into. But the thing is, the thing that sucks is that, like, it's almost the more, you can't really get better at that with like the more hard work you put into a video. I think obviously I can be so much better about making more videos. Yeah. That's probably strategy number one. I need to drop more videos. But it's more just like you just got to keep going and having people just fall in love with your content more and more, and just slowly building up the fan base instead of trying to get the SEO search engine.
Yeah, in a way, like I think the competitiveness in approaching YouTube that way is the competitiveness of you versus the algorithm rather than you versus other people on the platform, Because it's like, okay, how can I stay ahead of the algorithm by like making a title that I know people will actually click on? Yeah. Because like, let's say, for example, like what you're talking about, like those style of videos where it's like just you doing your thing. Mm-hmm. You had that one, the album video did really well. And you can look at it and be like, okay, analyze like what about the thumbnail did well? Like it's a clean, concise thumbnail. Like you can see you can see the music stuff in there. Like okay, people look at it and they're like, I know what I'm gonna get here. I know that I'm gonna get kind of this like indie style vibe from this video. I know The title also matches really well because it's just like plain and simple, just what it is. So if okay, I know this style of video is what people want. I'm going to branch off of this and be like, okay, now I'm going to, I don't know, make like an EP or something, do another version and like test it out with like, okay, now I'm making an EP. I change the title a little bit, or maybe even make the exact same video, but like you call it the same thing, new thumbnail or whatever, and just see if it does well in the same kind of way. And then like, okay, I can pinpoint like this is a thing that works, this is a thing that doesn't work, and like just slowly kind of build it over time. But then like with what we do, it's so much of like, here's a video, here's a totally other random, just off the chain, completely unrelated video. So whereas most people are doing like, here is this topic of video, another topic of video that's the exact same, another topic of video that's the exact same. So they're building every time they make it. For us, it's like we're gathering like general ideas and general like data. And general like stuff about like, okay, what do people like? What are people going to click on? Like, certain things like, okay, if it's more tutorial based, it's going to get more clicks because people like that. But I know that if I have this type of thumbnail, this type of title, people are going to click on it more. So like but because our content is so just kind of all over the place, like it is obviously all music related, but it's a wide range of different music things. It is hard to pinpoint because we're not so like, forcing ourselves into a niche. However, I will say that I think that is better in the long run, because if you're in like the plugin niche or whatever, making VST plugins, eventually you're gonna get burnt out. You're gonna be like, I fucking hate this. But also, eventually, what if like the internet, computers just disappear? What if there's like a nuclear like war and all the computers disappear? What are you gonna do then? Obviously, hypothetical, because the internet's probably not gonna be around. But you get what I'm saying. Whereas when your niche is you and your personality, that doesn't go out of style. When you are just you and you're authentic making music, like we're making like this, the video with this guitar, the guitar is, 30 years old. It's 25 years old. It's still a relevant video because it's your personality showing off this thing.
I think the reason why I kind of gravitate toward that is because that was the YouTube that I watched. Like my number one inspiration for YouTube is Casey Neistat.
Right.
And he just makes a video about the most random things ever, but it's going to be good because it's Casey Neistat.
Yeah.
And it's his style, it's his voice, and he's authentic on the app. And I think the comments that we get of people, like the making an album video, that performed well. And I think partly to my detriment, that performed well. Because once that did, I was like, oh, I can keep just making anything I want and the most random things ever. And because that video, the first 30 seconds, the number one rule of YouTube is like hook your watcher within 10 seconds and tell them exactly what you're going to give them and then follow through on the promise at the end of the video. That video is like 10 seconds, just a blue screen.
Yeah.
Just saying like, this video is boring, you shouldn't watch it.
Yeah.
And then like the comments of people and then people DMing me and just saying like how it inspired them, how it impacted them. But the main thing that's like cohesive through all these messages is like them saying, I love how authentic you are in the app. So it's like, that's all I'm doing now is I'm trying to be as authentic as I can be.
Yeah.
The videos aren't performing well, but at the same time, it's crazy that I can drop a video called like making a song with my friend and it has 800 people who just want to watch it because they're like, oh, Zol and Fizo. Like, I like these guys. This is going to be a chill video.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be a good time. So I think I'm just going to keep doing that. And then, if the audience doesn't blow up, but I'm still slowly getting better and better at what I make, then that's the ultimate goal, man. Because it's also nice having this part-time job, just being able to be like, I'm just gonna keep making these videos. I'm not dropping as many videos, but I'm not going back to like mobile tutorials.
Yeah.
Which that one video is like the number one mobile tutorial of all time. Yeah. Which is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's nutty.
It's crazy to think about. It has like 1.5 million views.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Absolutely absurd. But yeah, I'm just not gonna. I like that video. I've slowly over time I've been like, I'm proud of this video. It's entertaining, and it's, in 20 years there's probably going to be a few artists who are like huge that like started from watching that video, which is that's the purpose of what I'm here on YouTube to do, is inspire and be authentic. So, I don't hate the fact that video is on my channel, but I'm not going to be a mobile tutorial guy. That's just not who I'm going to be.
Zol, no more BandLab videos confirmed?
Yeah. I just, next day, it's like 4,000 subscribers gone.
Yeah.
Oh, just nailed my mic. Yeah. I don't know, man. That's also the thing, man, is like, if y'all want to be a YouTuber, I'm not going to sit here and say, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
That is just not the way.
We're the antithesis of this is how you do it. Like, we don't know what we're doing.
YouTube isn't a platform that's like that. Yeah. It is. There are pockets where it is. It's the
Mr. Beast thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast and Casey Neistat, two completely different content creators. One person just makes a video about the randomest things, but they're authentic and they use their voice. And then one person hyper analyzes trends and hyper analyzes everything, and they're what people call like an idea based channel. So there's ways that you can, turn YouTube corporate and make an idea-based channel where you're not even maybe in it. Maybe you're just doing voiceovers. It's like you can get mathematical and nerdy about it and like milk money out of YouTube if you want, but that's not the reason I'm on YouTube.
Yeah, it's not what we do. Also, I think a really good perspective also is that you notice how many Mr. Beast copycats there are on YouTube. You can't copy Casey Neistat.
No.
Because his style is his personality. You can't just copy his personality. Like, don't get me wrong. I love Mr. Beast. He makes great videos. Mm-hmm. What is his personality?
Yeah.
Like, Mr. Beast, has zero personality. And this is no way hate on him or anything. And I'm sure he's a great guy.
He's the greatest of all time also.
Yeah, he's the greatest YouTuber ever. He is also an amazing guy. Like, he gives so much money to charity. Like, he's just an incredible dude. But, like, he's just, like, a guy.
Yeah.
You know, Casey Neistat is like, you look at him, you're like, okay, he's an artist, you know?
Yeah, that's
Whereas,
a great point.
like, there's a lot of other YouTubers on the platform where it's like, Life of RZA, she's another example. Like, you go to her videos and you're like, I'm going to get, like, an art masterpiece out of this, you know? Whereas, like, Mr. Beast video, like, I'm going to get, like, a masterclass on, like, how to take advantage of trends in YouTube and analytics and all these things like that. It's like, I can watch that for that, but you're not going to get, like, wow, this is who Mr. Beast is as a person, you know? Like, you're not getting that shit out of Mr. Beast video.
Yeah, that's a great point about artist and then, like, mathematician.
Yeah.
We're coming from the standpoint of, like, we want to make art. So if you want to be an artist on YouTube, then just don't do Mr. Beast. Yeah. But if you're just a random guy, there are ways that you can get analytical about YouTube.
Yeah. There are two different flavors of autism, I think.
Yeah. Both have autism.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also the thing is, like, Mr. Beast, you can't say that he's not a one of one. You know, he's not just a random guy. He is the most obsessive and passionate person about YouTube.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, camera. Yeah, so Mr. Beast, if you ever want to come on the podcast, then we're right here.
Yeah. Mr. Beast, we love Mr. Beast. And Casey Neistat.
Beast.
Let's get them both on the podcast, actually.
At the same time?
Mm-hmm. Might as well.
And we can ask them this question, which we're going to answer right now, but we're going to answer as well with Mr. Beast and Casey Neistat. And the question is from Dr. Feet. You know, you're going to get a good question from Dr. Feet.
Yeah.
Is Bigfoot real? What is your evidence, if so, or if not so?
Do I have to provide evidence?
Yes. Did you not bring a folder of evidence?
Yeah, I have like a binder of Bigfoot evidence. No, I actually didn't bring my Bigfoot evidence binder with me today, unfortunately.
You have more than a binder. You got a whole bookshelf.
I do, yeah. I wasn't really prepared for this question today, but trust me, I'll be prepared next episode. You're like, this is not the question of this episode. No, trust me. I have look this book right here, actually. Photo evidence of Bigfoot. I don't know. Kind of far-fetched. If I'm being honest, like, okay, yes, there is a lot of wilderness out there for potential species that we haven't discovered yet to live. Like, so much of the Amazon rainforest, for example, has tons and tons and tons, millions of undiscovered species. The ocean, for example, millions, bajillions of undiscovered species that we've never come across. I find it unlikely that there's just like a gigantic, like, hairy human guy living in, like, Montana somewhere. I just don't see it happening. However, I could stand corrected. But, like, for that to... Okay, so the whole Bigfoot thing has been a thing for, like, 70 years now? Yeah. Bigfoot's old, man.
Yeah.
Like, and granted that, okay, maybe Bigfoot is not old, then that would imply that there is a species of Bigfoot-like creatures that he's reproducing with and making further generations and offspring. We would have found something like that by now, I feel like, you know?
I'm a big Bigfoot denier.
Yeah, I just don't... It's one of those ones where, like, I don't see really much of a benefit or, like, a super coolness factor to being like, yes, Bigfoot is real. Because... okay, like, I don't know. It's just maybe it just doesn't interest me as much as some other, like, conspiracy things do.
Yeah, that one's like I think that one's like the goofiest.
Yeah,
conspiracy. And if y'all are big Bigfoot guys, I'm sorry, but okay. I think something that also hurts it a lot is all the shows about finding Bigfoot.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, another episode.
We haven't found him.
We haven't found him this one. Yeah. But there were cracks. There were little twig snaps the last time we went in at night with our flashlights. And then Johnny, where's Johnny? Where's Johnny? Johnny's gone. Oh, Johnny's right here. He was actually just a little ahead in the lineup from us. Yeah. There's a crack over here. Is that Bigfoot? Yeah. Nope, that's a bird. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's like the fucking ghost YouTubers. Yeah. That like I used to watch a lot of Sam and Colby.
That was a chapter on YouTube.
It was massive.
That was a massive chapter. Going to abandoned buildings.
Dude, yeah.
Abandoned buildings.
I used to be a big Sam and Colby fan. And they made great videos. And I think they still do make videos that are pretty good. But I honestly more watch them just for the exploring abandoned buildings aspect of it. Because I always... like, I was a huge, like, urban exploration nerd in like in high school and stuff. So I was just always really interested by that and seeing them check out the abandoned buildings. And I don't think I've ever lost that. Like, I still am very interested in the history behind abandoned places. And anytime I see an abandoned building, I'm just so, like, enthralled by it. That's one of those things, like, for me, that's just, I've always had this kind of, like, weird, like wonder and, like, weird passion for.
Yeah, going through, like, a city or a part of a city and, like, all the buildings are abandoned.
Yeah, like, like Gary, Indiana.
yeah, or just, all cities have it as well.
Yeah,
just a part of town where there's, like, 8 buildings to the left and right of you are all abandoned, and it makes you question of like, man, why is nobody picking up a spot over here? What are in these buildings? What were these buildings? How did they go out of business?
Totally.
I'm always super fascinated whenever I'm like on a road trip of seeing shops and being like, what do they sell?
Yeah.
How do they stay in business?
Yeah.
It's like, how many customers do they get? How long have they been doing it? It's always like really fascinating.
Yeah, same. I just love I love history in general, but I love the history behind just small things that are kind of forgotten about, you know? Like, I think just history of people in general is really interesting. Like, just talking to random people and them telling me, like, their whole life story. I find it's just so interesting because everybody has their own life experience.
Yeah.
But, yeah, back to what I was saying. I used to watch a lot of Sam and Colby, and they were definitely guilty of the, like, is there a ghost in this building? But maybe. But in the next episode, we'll find out if there's a ghost in this other building.
Our little sine wave device made a little blip right here.
Something actually, my backpack fell off the chair over there, so there's ghost in here. And then they'll like do this thing where they're like, dude, no, you gotta cut the camera. Dude, cut the camera seriously. And then the camera goes
never
black.
cut.
Yeah, no. Well, they'll cut the camera, and then it'll just be like audio recording. And he's like, no, dude, seriously, I saw something. And then they cut the cameras back on. They're like crying, and they're like, I don't think we can talk about what we experienced here today. It's like, bro, all right, dude. This is like the fucking 5th time you pulled the shtick. Like, we get it by now. But yeah, I think the whole ghost and like Bigfoot thing. It's like, okay, like. Yeah. The reason you're still doing it is because you have had no success thus far.
Yeah, I believe in like supernatural things, but I also think that.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I believe that there is just so many more things than this.
That was such a politician answer.
No,
like, yes or no? Do you believe in? I think it's hard to.
What is a ghost? Let's define that.
Define ghost. Yeah.
No, but seriously, like what is a ghost? You know, I think if a ghost is just something that's like not human or like is beyond our realm of understanding, it's like, I believe that there's a God. I believe that there's things that are higher than us that's like more than just being ants on a floating rock.
Yeah.
So I believe that there are things around us that are not, that we can't see or hear, and then maybe they appear to us throughout our lives. But I also think that they're not going to appear to some YouTubers at an abandoned building. You know,
probably if they're like conscious, they're not going to appear when you have like a camera in their face.
Yeah, it's like just taunting them, being like, "Oh, okay, we're gonna find some ghosts."
Yeah,
it's like I want to show up to these guys.
Yeah, let's go bother these guys. Like, no, I'm probably gonna just go like do something else if I'm a ghost. No, I believe that like everybody has like a spirit. That is separate from our physical form.
Yeah, totally.
And I think that's such a apparent thing. Like, it's funny when like when you're in the room with someone and you like feel that you're in the room with somebody, rather than just being like, here I am in the room with someone.
There's so many untangible things that you can't define through science. Exactly. And also science is changing so much.
Yeah.
It's like everything that science has defined has also been rewritten and changed. So it's like at some point you got to be like, dude, you're an ant.
Yeah.
It's like you're not going to figure out the laws of how even this all created.
Yeah.
How this even all happened. Okay, let's get to one. All right, Slodgers. We're going to get one more question, and then we're going to rip this up. We're going to rip this up. One more question. And one more question is from, drumroll, please. Actually, we have no more questions.
We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. Up all night to get some. And up all night to get some. Up all night to get lucky. Thank you guys for watching.
And guys,
we're Daft Punk.
Daft Punk reveal video. With this
Daft Punk face reveal. It's just us.
It's us.
No, if we were Daft Punk, we would not be in this position.
Nope.
We'd be doing something. We'd be in a mansion.
We'd be somewhere with a better mental headspace and relationship to finances.
Or maybe a lot more drugs.
Yeah, maybe I don't want that.
True.
Or maybe I do want a little bit of that.
A little better drugs.
Yeah, just the healthy ones.
To be fair.
Just the ones that make me feel good.
Yeah. That's a good strategy.
I only do the drugs.
I don't do drugs. I only do the drugs that make me feel good.
The good ones.
So all of them. So I do them all, essentially.
What were you saying?
No idea. Oh yeah. That's what I was saying. Even if I had money, I would not start doing drugs, which I'm actually very fortunate. I'm very fortunate that I've never had like a propensity to do drugs because
as you're wearing your hat like that, yeah. I've never had a propensity to get heavy into drugs.
Yeah, no, I don't do any kind of drugs at all.
You know, if you see through this part of your hat, you can actually see other realms in the world.
You know, actually, the lizard people have forced us to see out of our eyes the normal way. But if we see out of our eyes like this, it forces us to tap into our primal instinct.
The reason they made hats is so the sunlight doesn't touch your brain.
Yeah.
I have no propensity to do drugs.
I actually am not liable to do drugs at all.
No, I agree with you. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm talking about hard drugs.
Yeah. You do have a propensity to do hard drugs?
No, I'm no propensity to do any hard drugs.
That's good. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you hear a lot of stories about musicians who get so heavy into drugs, and to me, I'm kind of just like,
at the same time, it's like they probably had the same thought of like, I'm not going to get into this. But then if you
but I don't know. Some of them are probably like, I want that rock and roll lifestyle.
That is a good point.
You know?
Yeah, there are some people who are like, actually, like, I am going to get into that.
I am going to do drugs. But imagine sitting there like, once I have money, dude, I'm going to be doing so many drugs. Man, I can't wait till I have money so I can do more drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Because, dude, I was watching the Biba Doobie interview with Rick Rubin, and she was playing her album and stuff, and she was talking about like some of the songs in there, and she was talking about how she does like a lot of drugs.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't even know the specific songs, but she was talking about like how one song she wrote because she got like way too high off like doing ecstasy.
Really?
Yeah, and it was like, wow, like it's just weird. And to me, I hear that and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, no, I totally
really
agree.
Cool to me.
Yeah. You and I are just also just nerds.
Yeah.
It's like we listen to the Huberman podcast.
Yeah, true.
And we're like, if I did 4 tabs of acid, I actually wouldn't be able to get my morning sunlight in.
Yeah.
Because I would be hungover and I wouldn't be able to wake up until like 3 a.m. So actually, I'm not going to do acid.
3 tabs of acid for me. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I just prioritize health and fitness so much. But that's what also is weird to me is like there's so many artists and just like, you know, the starving artist type of people who just do a bunch of drugs and just do a bunch of unhealthy stuff. They never work out ever, but they're just in great shape. Like they look like they're in great shape.
Well,
obviously,
I mean, dude,
like
playing live, you get a good workout in.
Yeah, you get a crazy workout in. Actually, we got to do that so we can get a workout in.
Yeah, I'm ready to take my shirt off.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the moment. I'm ready. I'm waiting for the moment where my PR team says, we need a shirtless album cover from you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've been working for this.
Yeah. I'm ready.
I don't think I'll ever do that.
Yeah. We're on stage and you're like, I choose to live every moment.
just like slowly taking it off.
It's like, bro, you don't got one song. You need to be doing all that.
I throw my shirt out to the crowd and a circle forms and it just lands on the ground.
They're like, ew, who threw that? Dude, that is funny. Like, we legit do not have one song where we need to be doing that.
No, we don't need to be doing that.
All of our songs are exactly the opposite vibe.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately every song we've ever made.
I choose to live at.
Like, what is this sensual shit they're getting into? Yeah, we probably won't be taking our shirts off unless we have some really crazy mode songs that come out.
Crazy mode songs incoming.
Yeah.
I'm strictly going to make crazy mode songs now.
Yeah. Same, honestly. Make some really super duper crazy stuff.
I'm gonna start making songs where the lyrics actually say "because my shirt's off" and then have a line. I'm just gonna like find ways, and it's like I have to
put that in every song.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty funny.
When my shirt's off, singing in a stage in front of people.
Yeah, just
I have to take my shirt off.
Yeah, you said we'd try long distance. Yeah, we were sending that video of that kid saying that so much.
Wonder where's he at?
I don't know.
Where's he at?
I sent you a video on Instagram. You should look at it. It's really funny.
Really?
Yeah, it might actually be physically painful to watch, but
I'm ready. I love it from Instagram. Instagram algorithm is undefeated.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Undefeated. Okay, we got 2 videos. Which one?
This one's just a cool video. That one's the one.
Okay, let's do this. I've seen this video. His laugh is so good, man.
My God, man. And the way he runs back.
All right.
No one's cheering.
Dude, honestly, a part of me is like, yeah, this is goofy. And then the other part is like, I like this guy.
Yeah, it's rock on, man. Do your thing.
On. Yeah, he's having a good time.
I fuck with the Led Zeppelin shirt, too.
Yeah.
Like, he got that from Walmart. I know, because I've seen it at Walmart.
He's just a guy that's like, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to have a good time. 100%. And like,
I respect it.
Don't care if I act like I'm tripping and I do a little goofy laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little weird. I probably wouldn't hang out with him personally.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But at the same time, it's like,
hey, do you, man?
Dude, I would actually much rather be him than hate my life.
100%. Yeah, I'd much rather be the guy who like does a bunch of goofy stuff and gets embarrassed than the guy who is too afraid to ever do anything, you know?
That's actually me.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't played live since we did that one thing because I'm too scared to do it.
And that's the thing. That's a good perspective because, like, we're afraid to play live and there's somebody out there doing that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Like, we'll just think about that every time we go on stage.
Yeah. At least I'm not giving this shit.
At least we're not doing that.
Dude, if I was... I'm trying to think. If I was actually in that crowd, would I laugh? I would probably laugh because he laughed. He laughed, so then it'd give me a reason to laugh out loud, and then I'd start clapping for him. I'd be like... that would actually fire me up, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, I'd clap for sure.
I love seeing people who are obliviously passionate. Mm-hmm. Who, like, don't see their surroundings.
Yeah.
And are just, like, super I love anybody who's super passionate about anything, but even if it's weird, I'm just like, dude, exactly like you said, like, rock on, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. I think even if something that somebody thinks is boring, if they're really passionate about it and, like, excited to share it with me, that makes me excited to learn about it. And also, I just am the type of person where I enjoy learning about really anything that anybody tells me. So it's like, okay, if you're going to tell me whatever you do for work or whatever, because that's the thing. Like, you'll hear a lot of this in, like, how to be more charismatic and how to make friends kind of videos and advice out there, where it's like, okay, if you work like a desk job and somebody asks you, oh, so what do you do for work? Don't be like, oh yeah, I just work at a desk and like whatever, it's like not that interesting. Be actually passionate about it. And like when somebody asks you what you do for work, act like you actually care about it and like it's interesting. And like even if it's not super interesting, make it sound interesting, you know? Like truthfully, nobody really wants to be friends with like the boring guy, you know? Like if you have just like a super boring life, everybody's like, oh, okay, like cool.
Also, a lot of people have boring jobs. So like mention what you do and then just like talk about anything that you're passionate about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally.
Slaughters, I think we're going to see you next week. Yeah.
Well,
still looking for a sponsor. Put it right there. We've emailed a few companies and just rejections.
Yeah, we got denied. So guys, if you know any sponsors out there who want to sponsor our podcast, let us know. Or if you have a small Asian child that you want to put up for adoption, put them right there.
Asian Sound Lodge baby coming soon.
And actually, that's kind of perfect. We need that Asian Sound Lodge baby so he can hold the sponsorship item the whole time while we talk about stuff. Olipop. Actually, no, they rejected us. So, Poppy, if you want to sponsor our podcast.
Yeah, I think Olipop didn't like how our last episode was called Our Thoughts on Feet. I think that's the reason.
Yeah. And, you know, in hindsight, maybe we should have waited a couple more episodes to submit our application.
Maybe Probably, maybe.
It's probably more so the reason that they want us to have more followers than 500.
Yeah. That's also another thing for a reason for you to actually hit the subscribe button so we can get a sponsorship for money.
Yeah. Hit the subscribe button so we can get money.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, guys. And also, what's really cool, right now, if you're watching on YouTube, go to the YouTube little page where you see the title and everything. And when we say subscribe, the subscribe button's going to light up.
Boop. And when you click on it, you actually get shipped a crate of cupcakes from youtube.com.
It's a real thing, actually. I'm not even joking about that. When you say subscribe, it will light up the subscribe thing.
Yeah. But the cupcake thing.
That's fake.
That's
Sorry.
fake.
We lied.
We
actually did lie to you about that.
But yeah, so if you know any sponsorships that are down to sponsor this podcast, and also, no, we're not going to make a better podcast. The podcast won't get better. So let the sponsors know that.
Yeah, before you reach out to the sponsors, you got to preface it by saying, like,
this is what you're going to get.
Listen, hear me out. Hear me out. I know
they don't do anything.
When you see the podcast, you're going to be like, what the?
People are watching this?
But yeah, some people, there's a few people that watch this podcast.
No, it's cool. Yeah. About 100 people.
Yeah. And if you're somebody who watches this podcast, leave a comment that says, I'm somebody who watches this podcast.
And also, this will be cool.
Yeah.
In the comments, say, I want to word it where it's like, we didn't tell y'all to say this, but say something like, I love listening to this podcast. I would totally buy anything they tell me to buy.
Yes. Yeah, that's perfect. Leave a comment that says, this podcast is so great and I am so heavily influenced by these guys and the things that they promote on this podcast.
I trust their voice.
Yeah.
I trust the way they speak to me.
I trust their voice. I trust their influence. I trust their judgment. And my wallet's open to them.
Yeah, also preface, somewhere in the comment, preface that you're extremely wealthy.
Yeah.
And you're ready to spend some money.
Yeah, you're part of a hedge fund and you are wanting to just shell out cash for anything.
This comment now looks like, I'm a hedge fund manager and I love this podcast and I'm ready to spend some money and listen to what they have to say.
Yeah, if only somebody would sponsor them.
Yeah.
So yeah, leave a comment that says that and we're going to screenshot them and use it as our proof that why people should sponsor us.
And I think if a lot of people say it, then it'll look like it's not just us saying it ourselves.
Yeah. And hey, it's okay if even just one person says that because we'll take your comment and then we will Photoshop your profile picture and your name into somebody else and then we'll just have a bunch of duplicates. And then they're like, why do they all leave the exact same comment under that video? But hey,
trust us. They're just our children.
They're our children, actually. You guys are all of our children.
Welcome to the family.
Welcome to the family, guys. We're one big happy family here.
One big happy family who listens to both their dads when they tell them to buy sponsored products and use the code SLODGERS.
Use code SLODGERS for 20% off. And then
guys, everybody remember,
we're just
using
faking. We just started faking sponsorships. Like we don't even shout anything out. Like, guys, remember if you use code SLODGER, you will get 20% off. Like
20% off.
20% off of what?
SLODGER. When it asks you if you have a discount code, say SLODGER and you'll get 20% off.
We're practicing.
Yeah, we're getting ready. Yeah. I'm so ready, man. That's gonna be an exciting day.
Yeah,
that's gonna be such an exciting day.
Yeah, when we get a real sponsor.
Get a real sponsor. You don't even have to be a big company. Just anybody. You can just be a guy, actually. Yeah. Do you have an Instagram channel that you maybe want us to shout out?
Yeah.
Use the code SLODGER when you follow them on Instagram.
Yeah, use the code SLODGER when you follow Dr. Feet on Instagram.
Dr. Feet?
Hey, Dr. Feet. You want to sponsor us?
Do you want to sponsor? We start going to our individual followers,
asking them individually.
Do you want to sponsor the podcast?
Hey man, we can shout out your SoundCloud, man. Just please give us money.
We can talk about your grades at school.
Yeah. That would be so hilarious if somebody pays us to do a sponsorship where we just talk about like all of their good attributes.
That would be fun, guys. It's open.
Guys,
$20.
We will do that.
We will actually do that. $20, and we'll have a quick minute segment in our podcast.
Yeah,
that'd be funny if like 8 people do it, and then we just go through And the next sponsorship is from Johnny. Johnny says that he got 3rd place on the 4x4 in the relay today. Great job, Johnny.
Great job. Yeah, we're like. Adam, super handsome, single, 6'3", 220 pounds. He is looking for a wife. Hit him up on Instagram. Here's a headshot of Adam.
Also, if
Thank you, Adam, for the sponsor.
Just during the podcast, we do cameos.
Yeah.
We got a cameo from can't say your name, and let's go. You say you want us to shout out your daughter, Lily.
Yeah.
Just like 30
Actively
minutes
in the podcast.
30 minutes in the podcast.
It's a multitasking podcast.
Yeah, and that's how we make money, and we're able to pay rent. So, and we actually need help in that area.
Yeah.
Actually. I actually think I could use a little bit of that to pay my bills.
Yeah. That would be nice, guys. So buy a sponsorship from us. We should put that on the Soundlash website. Sponsorship.
Ooh, sponsorship tab.
Mm-hmm. Sponsorship tab. Yeah. For your set amount. So we'll have different categories. We'll have 30-second advertisement about literally whatever you want. $20. $1 or 1 minute 30-second segment for $175.
I actually like this idea.
It's actually kind of a good
I think it would be funny.
Idea.
I think it'd be better if we just did like our sponsors, and you click on it, and it's a blank page, and then at the bottom it says, "Email us if you want us to sponsor."
Yeah, or literally everybody who's ever done it. We just have a massive page of all of their things. Also, that reminds me of this guy who basically he has this wall behind him with like dollar signs, and it was like, if you pay $5, I'll put whatever you want here. And I think he made like a good amount of money doing it. Yeah, he was like, all right, this is like $5 slot. You can put whatever you want on it. And people were just putting like random shit.
Yeah.
And sometimes they would like promote one guy just literally did his Instagram page. So it was just like a screenshot of his Instagram that they just put behind him on the wall.
Well, should we start doing that?
We should start doing that. We just have a massive like billboard ad space back here. Guys, whatever you want to shout out, we'll shout out your Instagram.
Just the ugliest thing ever. Yeah. Just like
not aesthetic at all.
I think that's a play.
Hey guys, so yeah, that's the offers out there. We are not joking about that. Whatever you want us to shout out, we'll shout out. Just give us money.
There's a few lines.
Yeah. Certain things.
Feel free to certain things, but
not much though. We'll do anything.
If you're vibing with us, then most likely we're vibing with you, and we can establish. I think this relationship's gonna go far.
Yeah, I think we can foster a great partnership here.
And then once we become the number one podcast and we beat Joe Rogan, you can talk to your friends and be like, check out episode 35. Go to the 1 hour and 37 minute mark. Whose name do they say?
Yeah, I'm an OG listener.
Yeah,
we're gonna beat up Joe Rogan. Basically, that's what we get from that.
Yep.
Do you think 2-on-1 we could beat up Joe Rogan?
Nope. No chance. Zero chance.
What if he closes his eyes for 5 seconds first? He closes his eyes for 5 seconds. We start in front of him. He's in front of us, kind of like Western standoff vibe. He has 5 seconds. He has to close his eyes. I run around behind him, get him in a choke, and then you punch him from the front.
What if still a little doubtful on that. I think maybe we set the stage. He is handcuffed and both of his feet are broken.
And I have a gun.
I think we could win that one.
Yeah, I think we got that.
I don't think so with the 5 seconds, even with the 5 seconds.
Probably not.
Because, dude, he's just like, he's just metal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like, if I punch him, I don't think I'm doing much.
True.
And there's no way I'm making any traction on the ground with him.
Yeah.
He's getting me in a headlock in 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's the thing. He has so much more combat training.
Yeah.
If it was me, you, and Will, we would have him. For sure, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 people.
100%. Because Will would distract
triangulate him.
Yeah, Will would distract him with like actual fighting, and then we just kind of like do whatever the fuck. And
dude, here's the thing though. He just needs one good swing on one of us, and we're out for the rest of the fight.
Yeah, but we're not like incapable of doing anything.
Yeah, but
like we would be able to like dodge a couple hits. And if he's fully distracted, like I think we got him. 3-on-1, we got him.
I think it'd be a fight. Yeah, I think
Joe Rogan, we challenge you to a 3-on-1. 3-on-1 battle.
Everybody, clip this.
Mortal Kombat.
Clip this and put it on TikTok. We are the Slodge Podcast is formally challenging the Joe Rogan Experience to a 3-on-1 fight. It is the two co-hosts of the Slodgecast and number one flyweight in Oklahoma amateur fighter William Hurley.
Yeah. Flyweight champion.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah. The ball's in your court, Joe Rogan Experience.
The ball's in your court. What are you going to do, Joe?
Jamie, show him this.
Yeah. Are you gonna chicken out, Joe?
Yeah. Oh. Joe's a little chicken.
Walk. Challenge you to a 3-on-1. Yeah, we got him.
Yeah. That's also being like, Adele, we challenge you to a collaboration song. You're a little chicken if you don't collab with us, Adele.
Yeah. The only benefit for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally no benefit to Joe Rogan. That would be kind of hilarious. Imagine a world where like that actually becomes like people hear about it and they're like, I want to see that.
Yeah.
I want to see these two random dudes. Two random dudes and their MMA fighter friend beat the shit out of Joe Rogan. Attempt to.
Dude, if Joe Rogan has any sense of humor, he'd take me up on that.
True. It'd be
Take
funny.
us up on that.
It'd
be so funny.
It'd be amazing.
You know what? You know how there's infinite universes? One of them will branch off in the direction where that actually takes off.
Dude,
and it actually becomes
imagine.
it becomes a huge event of Joe Rogan and then also this random podcast. Because it just blew up on TikTok.
Joe Rogan versus 3 dudes. Joe Rogan versus 3 just like guys. Two just guys and 1 like amateur fighter.
Joe, the ball's in your court, and the question is this that universe?
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? Probably not. Odds are not in our favor. I don't think Joe will ever see this. Maybe if we go to his house.
True. Let's go to his house and ask him. We show up at his front door. We challenge you to hand-to-hand combat, 3-on-1. He's like, what the fuck? Yeah, so that's gonna happen pretty soon.
Gonna happen for sure. That'll be episode 35.
Yeah, Joe Rogan will be our next podcast
guest. Dude, I think if I ever get famous, I would love to just do that.
Go to just Joe Rogan, or challenge him to a fight.
No, just like random people hit me up and like ask me for random stuff. Mm-hmm. And if they're like chill and they're not like begging me for autographs, I'm just like, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like everybody's mind is blown. Because like, why is Joe Rogan actually entertaining these guys' idea? I think it'd just be so funny to not take it seriously.
Yeah, totally. I absolutely would do that. I think it'd just be so fun. It's also a great way to just like meet people and have like, good experiences too.
Yeah, Joe, I think we'd be really good friends, honestly.
I think so.
Do you think we'd make a good episode on the Joe Rogan Experience? Joe Rogan speaks to park rangers. I think we'd have a lot to talk about.
People would click on that because they think he's talking about like real actual park rangers.
And then it's just 2 guys.
And they're like, I've never heard of this band.
Dude, we would have a lot to talk about, Joe.
We would. I think it would be entertaining. You know, Sam and Colby, I was talking about them earlier. They went on Joe Rogan.
No way. Mm-hmm. Really?
They did, yeah. So we got a chance. They're just YouTubers.
They're massive YouTubers.
Hey.
I think...
yes, one day. Mr. Beast went on there too. We got a chance.
The number 1 YouTuber of all time went on there, so we have a chance because we're on YouTube.
There. Hey, if you look at like Social Blade or whatever, we're within like top 1,000 music channels.
The music niche is the smallest niche on YouTube.
Yeah.
No, it would be an entertaining podcast because we'd talk about like mindset, motivation, all that stuff, and then we could get into conspiracy theories. Mm-hmm. We could get into There's just Joe. There's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot of layers. You know, there's more than meets the eye with these 2 fellows here.
Yep.
So, if you ever want us on the Joe Rogan podcast, let us know. We'll hop on there, and we'll have you on our podcast too.
Yeah. We got a lot of guests booked up. I don't know if Joe could slide in. But
yeah, we'll see if we could.
But we'll go on yours, Joe.
Yep. We'll go on
we'll do you the favor.
We'll go on the JRE.
Yep. We'll hop in there and talk about ask how he gets sponsors on his podcast.
Yeah. We just go in there. We're like, well, how do you do the podcast, man?
So what are you?
We actually don't know.
So what is it? So this is a microphone. Is what you're telling me?
So like, what do you like? How do you do it? So like, how do you do it? How does it get done around here?
Joe, I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. Great, man. You're doing great.
Doing great. Just one question. How do you do
it all work?
How does it all work? How does it all get done around here? Yeah, we're just kind of fucking rambling about anything at this point, but hey.
If you're still watching the podcast, you should definitely get a sponsorship.
You should. We'll shout out whatever, man. At this point. Literally anything. Trust us, guys, literally anything.
Trust us, literally anything. Trust us.
So yeah. Thanks.
This chair's really squeaky.
It is very squeaky today. It could be the humidity.
I was trying to record guitar.
Was it very squeaky when you're doing that?
It was squeaky, but it didn't pick up, which is nice. So, or I didn't notice it.
Something else. You put a little double D40 on there, maybe.
I kind of like it.
It's cool. Yeah.
It's a cool feature.
Yeah. And it's just nice some ambience for the room.
Yeah, it's a nice noise ambience. Well, so I'll just keep on slouching.
Keep on slouching.
Go copy some merch. Go get our drum kit.
Guys, merch. We don't have these. But it's on a shirt, though. Guys, Slodge hat. Doesn't exist.
And that could actually be your piece of merch that you want us to shout out, and it could be right here.
True. It could be right here. I'm actually pretty impressed with myself that I balanced that on there.
We're keeping this all in. Hell yeah. And
kind of sick, actually, that we were able to do that.
Actually kind of sick. It actually looks really cool, actually.
Yeah. They're like, whose head is under there? Nobody's head is under there. That's crazy. How's that staying there?
Yeah. It's like
a freaking optical illusion, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, how does that even...
Head is this right here. I'm stroking.
It's the invisible
I'm actually going to put
man.
this in the start of the podcast just because it's so cool, so flippin' cool.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is from the end of the podcast, and it's just so flippin' cool. So just enjoy it for a second, and then we'll get back to the regular program.
Just to let you know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah. Hey, just to let you know.
Just click off while you still can, honestly.
It's gotten to this point.
It gets worse. Just to let you know, it gets much worse.
I think this was a great episode. And keep it slouching.
Just lodge it up, guys.
Just lodge it up out there in the free world. And if you're not in a country where it's free to slodge it up, get out of there.
Go somewhere where it's free.
Get out of there and go where it's free.
Go to Afghanistan.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Very much.
See y'all next episode.
Thanks, guys.
Peace out. Much love. One love.
One love.
One love.
Bless up.
Bless up.
Peace be with you.
Wait. We're going to end it once I hit.
Oh, no. We're going to be here a while.
Peace out.